2 days, I tracked 15 songs on vocals.
Yeah. Flex.
Does that affect your voice at all?
It used to. I mean, like, I feel like I'm just so, like, warm up to it now that I could pretty much pull it out. It's always there.
Whenever I need music gear, I always go to sweetwater.com. If it's mics, headphones, or studio and recording gear, Sweetwater has you covered. Next time you need any music gear, support the podcast by using the link in the description and comment section below. Cheers, dudes.
Cheers.
Good to see you guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This sip is brought to you by Love and Slams.
Hell yeah.
Well, today we have Sanguisugabogg. Very hard name to say, but not. I think I got it at 10:15 in the morning. and we're already drinking.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah! I do think
5 o'clock somewhere.
it is.
5 a.m.
Well,
Starting work.
Yeah. Well, guys, I mean, I love your band. Thank you guys for making the drive down.
Hell yeah.
You know, I've been watching you guys, you know, live and at home before I even knew you guys personally. I've been paying attention to what you're doing. It's fucking sick, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
It's cool.
Thanks, bro. Mutual respect.
We love
Thanks
you,
for
bro.
having us.
Yeah.
That's so weird. It's like, dude, this whole life is a full. It's like a constant full circle.
I feel that.
You know.
Yeah.
Like you'll like see like a show and then before you know it, you know, 14 years later, you're actually on tour with the band.
Yeah.
It's literally what we were just talking about.
I know,
Me and
for
Ced
sure.
being at Mayhem Fest '08 and like seeing you guys, and now we're
14
doing this
years
together.
later.
It's weird.
Sick.
Yeah.
You wake up one day where you want to be, you know what I mean? And then you got to find somewhere else to be.
True. Yeah, and you guys been manifesting everything. You guys say something, you guys think something, and then it just happens.
Hell yeah.
You know.
Wake up every
Seamless.
day, I'm like, man, some pot sounds nice.
Yeah, man.
And it's
we
there.
smoke it. Yeah, it's right there.
Sometimes you get high.
So you guys are morning smokers
Every day,
All day.
all day.
anytime. There's never a bad time.
It's truly
Wake
like
up with a
yeah.
blunt, go to sleep with a blunt.
This is why I say weed's like a girlfriend. You know, if you don't spend enough time with her, she gets mad at you. You know, so if you got like panic attacks from smoking, you need to smoke more.
Is that okay?
That's my rule.
Okay, so I'm gonna get serious for about 30 seconds.
Let's get serious.
Do you think that's true though? Because
For me, I do.
okay.
Yeah. But you know, everybody's different. How is it for you?
You know the band Hemorrhage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their singer John said something to me. I like realized, oh, that's probably true. He's like, if you smoke and then you get kind of like panicky, it's probably like a deep insecurity that you have to deal with. And it's been ingrained in my head, and I can't get his voice out of my head. So you kind of like touch on it again. I'm like, should I smoke more? Should I don't know.
I hear that, and you know, I think for some people that could be true, and sometimes that could be true. But you know, our friend Kyle Beam from Undeath, one time I was kind of like letting him know like how anxious I was, and he was like, I don't know, dude. I think it's just like undirected excitement. Like you're excited, but you don't know where to put it. You know, and that's a form of anxiety too. So, you know,
So it might be because you need to smoke more.
it could be.
Because I mean,
Sometimes.
because I was smoking like once every. Lately, I've been kind of off it once a month at home.
This is about to turn into JRE like real quick.
I'm trying for it not to be, but yeah, it's just kind of like a constant like. I'm 37. I'm still trying to figure shit out.
I think we all are, man.
We are.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, how old are you guys?
We're all 27, but Devin's 28.
I'm 28.
28.
Big
Yep.
man.
Damn. What is that? What the fuck are you doing?
It's a lighter, bro. We're torching.
Is that? Would you call that a lighter or a torch?
This is
Dude,
a
that's
torch.
That's a
gun.
torch. Yeah.
That's a
just like,
motherfucking gun.
That's
Clear money.
that's a 38 special.
And for those listening, this it's a torch shaped as a gun.
Hell yeah.
It's like a little mini gun.
Yeah,
It's like a little Magnum.
That's
Pretty
the
dope.
strap, bro.
Do you guys smoke and write, or do you do it after?
Always. It's like
It's the fuel.
constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
It's the
inspiration, man.
duo, man.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pot and Adderall comes in clutch when
And
it comes to
whippets.
write music. Yeah. So
I'm pretty scared about
pot opens your brain enough to like where you want to try something new, and then Adderall's like
Allows you to focus it.
yeah, where you
Hone in on it.
fixate on what you're writing and what you're trying to bring. So yeah,
Adderall's kind of terrifying to me.
yeah, it's scary shit.
It's definitely not something to. I don't know. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've done it
stimulants in general, but for some reason, like they get you so like amped up and motivated that
Sometimes
they
it's-
come in handy.
Sometimes Adderall, it's like you have like object paralysis, where you're just like option paralysis. You're like, I have so many things I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't know when to start
Exactly.
it. So you have to grab something and just do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of like snowball effects into like getting other shit done. But when we write, it's like it's kind of funny how well it works.
Adderall. Really?
It makes it real fast. Like, you want to hit this?
I'm good.
Okay.
Actually, I might. We'll see.
But,
I'll do like halfway. 'Cause
effects
I
of
need to make sure
Adderall.
this goes on the right track for the first half.
Yeah,
So if it goes
yeah.
off the rails later, it's fine.
okay.
I'm always scared with Adderall if that will affect emotion. So you guys, it doesn't really seem to affect emotion. You guys have a lot of emotion in your music because I
It
feel
totally
Yeah.
can. It totally can.
I only do it when I'm writing lyrics.
Yeah.
I don't touch it any other time at all.
really.
Yeah, it's not a regular thing or anything like that.
I mean, with every drug, it's about your personal
Yeah.
relationship with it. Like,
Everything
for
in
me,
moderation.
For me, I use it to kind of like, I feel like because of the internet, I feel like almost everybody's got ADHD, you know what I mean? So, like, that's how I kind of
yeah,
figure out how to, like, if I want to do something and I can't fucking, like, sometimes I just can't do it, like, I know what I want to do, I just can't fucking do it. But, like, we got supplements for that.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like when I use it, it's not like a recreational, like every day or every other day or spare moment type of thing. I only use it when I'm writing because for a lot of things, like it helps me fixate on what story I want to tell. So when I'm writing, I literally like lock myself in my house. I put on horror movies. I'll take stimulants. I'll take an Adderall. I'll drink like energy drinks, and I won't eat. So I put my mind in this like state of like deprivation.
Survival mode.
Yeah, and then I'm watching these like fucked up movies and shit, trying to like put myself into character. And be
Yeah.
like, what do I do at a moment of desperation that I need to kill or I need to eat somebody or whatever? Like, what am I gonna do to fucking like keep this hunger like fulfilled?
Yeah, yeah. And like the horses, like when they're racing, they put blinds on it so that
Yeah.
they don't get distracted. I think that's what it does for
Yeah.
us the most is like,
Eyes on the prize.
yeah. And it, like, we do shit so fast too. Like a Homicidal Ecstasy, we were writing 3 songs in a weekend. And
Wow.
and we did that for about 6 weeks, and then the album's done.
Yeah. We recorded 15 songs.
So it's basically like a song per day whenever we were in the mode to write. You know what I mean? And it
Song
was
per day.
and it was done. Like it was, we would start at night, get really high, have like the computer up, throw around riffs, trade the guitar around, and then in the morning I would rip up drums, do a demo, and by the next night it's mixed. The demo's like it's what it is. You know what I mean?
That's quick. You guys work quick, and even like your recording process for even that record, was recorded in 8 days? Right?
Yeah,
That's what Seth told me.
That was
No.
I mean,
Felt like it.
It felt,
Oh, it felt like it wasn't 8 days?
It
Well,
moved very fast.
it was a week for me for drums.
Oh, okay.
And then it was about 3-4 days for guitars, 2 days for vocals, and then I spent like 72 hours straight editing it because I had to meet the deadline. And that's where Adderall comes into play.
Yeah.
I just want to point that out again. 2 days, I tracked 15 songs on vocals.
yeah. Flex.
Does that affect your voice at all?
It used to. I mean, like, I feel like I'm just so like warm up to it now that I could pretty much pull it out. It's always there.
Yeah.
But like back when I first started doing vocals and shit, and I used to do like fry techniques and stuff like that, and I remember it tore the lining of my throat. So there was one show that I did when I was like 18, and I was spitting out blood like while singing.
Metal.
Metal's fun.
sick.
It is sick, but it hurt like a motherfucker.
You're scree-breathing yourself
Scree
into
breathing.
pain, bro. What
I was,
the hell?
I was scree bleeding. And yeah, and like from that, I just started watching like technique videos and watching other people and just trying to like avert that as much as I can. So, you know, instead of all the throat, it's from the gut, it's from the diaphragm. So.
Dude, Dan from Crown Magnetar, I was asking him for some tips, and he was like, you know that it's kind of like when you're taking a shit, you know? And I was like, damn, I never thought about that.
Like when you're pushing
that
shit.
gut push, yeah,
Yes.
like that. I was like, damn, now I'm just gonna think about shitting all the time.
That's why I hold it so I don't shit. And I'm like, you know?
So if you hold your shit, you're like training your body to be a good singer, right? is that it?
I think it's just about feeling full.
It's kind of that.
Wholesome.
It's just like I hold it there, and then when I'm ready to like let out like a long scream or
a
growl
long
or whatever,
turd.
Big
that's
fart.
when I push. I guess.
That's when you shit.
Yeah. Everything else I try to do in one
We're just
breath. so I'm
shitting on
holding
stage,
it.
dude. That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
So Devin, you're actually controlling how the pace of the air coming out of your diaphragm.
Yeah.
And then eventually out of your mouth.
Exactly.
So there is like a level of control. So the control, if you're listening, I'm pointing towards my stomach. It's coming from here. So
Yeah.
you're basically controlling the pace.
Yeah. It's literally
Setting
like
it
the
up.
pit of your gut.
Yeah, my dad took opera lessons, and the one lesson I remember him telling me was like, it's like you're trying to sing out of the top of your head,
Yes.
Interesting.
straight up.
Yeah. That's why I also look up when I do it too, because it's literally coming all the way
wow.
from right
It's like the
here.
Fifth Element.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do sing up.
Yeah.
You're always like, oh
Yeah.
shit. That makes a lot of sense.
Fuck yeah.
But something that always confused me about that kind of technique from the diaphragm is that aren't you like overthinking constantly, or is it just like natural?
I think starting out you're overthinking and analyzing,
Mm-hmm.
and then like once you're so warm to playing and like going out and everything,
Yeah.
it just becomes second nature. So it's just something that you're able to turn on and turn off.
Wow. How long did it take you to get there?
Or
like it's just
I'm
natural.
I'm the world's biggest critic of myself.
Of course, it's
So
natural.
yeah. So I like to say that I didn't get really good at it and like have a hold on it until like maybe three years ago, really. And I would say I've been playing shows actively for like the past like 8 years or so. So yeah, it was like
6,
5
7,
of
8.
it being
Wow, 5.
5 being amateur, and then maybe the last 3, taking it another step up. So
So now we got to like the fun stage where you're not like
Yeah.
trying to process
Yeah.
it. It's like you're just up there doing it. You just look up and
yeah, now I'm first string. I was riding the bench. I was a free agent. Now I'm fucking MVP, bro. So
dude, yeah, it's fucking heavy, dude.
Oh yeah.
This is the first video where for in a long time that I had to look away.
yeah,
This fucking dude, face ripped off, dude. That's my favorite song from you guys. Oh
Fuck yeah.
shit, dude. What did you guys get the age restriction on this one?
Yeah.
Had to.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think on this one.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
I mean, dude, they
You
had
sure look
restricted
at
our
that.
cartoon, like the cartoon for Dead as Shit.
I don't know, because anytime I watch YouTube, I'm already signed in.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
mad that they cut out.
I'm
mine
already
and
18.
Drew's,
I wouldn't know.
They cut out mine and Drew's sex scene.
Yeah, we were kissing and shit. They cut it out.
Really?
He says kiss.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah. And then
Now
Devin
kiss.
slowly put his tongue in Drew's
This
mouth.
this makes me look away. This whole video, I'm like, I can't. But it's my favorite song from you guys.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no, it's tied for another one. And then Aaron Hurd, singer of Jesus Peace, sings on his track.
The king.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's so dope.
How did that happen?
He's caught wind of us like early on, like from our demo, and I remember seeing him play like, what's that fest, FYA, that hardcore fest. He was wearing like one of our shirts that like we printed ourselves, and we he hit us up like online, like wanting to get a bunch of stuff from us, so we just kind of kept that connection, kept that friendship, still have it. And when it came time to like thinking about guest spots, we like to do at least one every album, and it just I wanted like a whole plethora, I guess. Like I had ideas for a part with like Frank Mullen and John Gallagher.
Yeah,
And
our deadline kind of got in the way of all that.
our deadline was like hanging over us. So as the day we hit up Aaron, he was like, "Yo, I'll bust this out right now."
Yeah, he did it, like at his house,
Yep,
recorded
I heard.
himself, sent it to him, sent it to us, and then even for this video, we like weren't sure, like we didn't think about it really. We were like, while we were there the first day, we were like, damn, it would be really cool if Aaron was here, and we called him up, and he literally just came over like 4 hours later or something. So
I heard it was like the day of or like day before you guys.
Yeah, it was
him
like
up.
yeah, he's
12
good for
hours
us, man.
before.
Respect.
He brought his son over too, and
He's so cute.
it was sick. Yeah,
Shout out Leo.
yeah. Shout out
awesome.
Leo.
You guys seem very moment to moment.
ADHD? What do you mean?
No, like moment to moment. Obviously a band like us would be like, oh, we need to like call him like 3 months in advance to make sure he even shows up. You're always like kind of paranoid for things like to work out. You guys
we're
just very like.
extremely impulsive. For
Yeah.
sure. Absolutely.
Impulsive and like last minute on accident because we just like the ADHD.
we
it puts a
can't.
roadblock in
We
it
can't plan. I think that's what it is. We're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
very good at
No,
it.
we try to plan, and then we just like ignore the group chat. That's usually how it
The
goes.
fucking
yeah.
group chat's a nightmare, dude.
And then,
It's a nightmare,
I
but
know.
oh gosh.
Especially when there's 3 different ones too, and you're just like,
Oh,
what? You
no.
wake up and there's like
'Cause we-
300 messages.
We just like titling them stupid, so we
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
keep making more. Right now it's weed and pussy.
Okay. Because there's like different kinds of like combinations of who's in this chat, who's not in this
Right.
one. And
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
guys all have
Twitter
chats
chat.
without certain members. You talk shit to that member in this chat. You know how it is. You guys have to chat without said, and I get it.
The one
That's
where we
funny.
shit on set is weed and buttholes.
nobody's talking shit about me.
That's the truth.
is
That's the
facts.
truth.
As far as he knows.
I've always wondered what my band says about me. I've always wondered.
I'll tell you after the podcast.
It's like because only you don't really know.
Yeah, right.
It's just like holy shit. Yeah. But you did that track, dude, came out fucking sick.
Thanks, man.
That's my favorite one. You guys play it live second on this tour.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always get out there.
Fuck
LA was special.
Yeah.
It was like sometimes like the venue and the sound and the time and the show just kind of lines up, and for you guys I was like,
Oh yeah,
it's like,
absolutely.
when you have like a whole you need like everything to kind of align, and that was like a very special moment.
Yeah, sometimes
Oh,
it just hits harder,
It does. And hometown shows are always kind of nerve-wracking, and you guys kind of in a weird way made me calm but also pumped up at the same time.
Sick, sick.
I wonder how it is for people behind me, because if you're playing, I'm literally rocking out.
Oh, dude, you rock out so hard.
No, you guys are. You're playing. I'm like at the soundboard. It's like, oh, shit, I want to be in.
Oh,
Hell
okay,
yeah.
okay. I thought you were talking about your stage presence because you look dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
You fucking kill it, dude. It's awesome.
Appreciate that. Well, hopefully, Sui blows up, because I don't want to think about the surgeries I might need in the future. I better have that Sui money 10 years from now, dude.
Hell yeah.
Jesus. But yeah, you guys that record is sick, man. And what you guys said, I wanted to ask you, that is tuned to standard F, right?
Yeah.
That is that the whole record?
No, there's a couple songs on there. They're in a drop G.
Okay. Which ones?
Mortal, Necro,
We had
Narcissistic and
Narcissistic,
Okay.
there's a B side that's also
Permanently Fucked.
Yeah.
yeah.
And with the speaking, you said the magic words. So with Mortal, that was like the first song that you guys collectively worked on together. Because Drew, you just joined full time at that point, correct?
Yeah, I joined like May of 2021.
That's
Nice.
that's not the first song that we collectively wrote though.
No.
We had Necrosexual with me and Cedrik. That was
That's
like
right.
our first
Okay.
time doing that, and then we collabed on Mortal Admonishment as well. And the first song with Drew is actually my favorite song we have right now. It's Narcissistic Incisions. And
Really?
Yeah, that
it's-
was the first.
And it's also the craziest song we
It
have.
is,
And
yeah.
like, I remember that day, it was just me and Drew going back and forth. And like, by the end of the day, we were like, what the fuck are we doing? Like,
on
this
Christmas
is so
too.
sick.
Remember that?
Oh, really?
It was
Yeah.
Christmas
It
Day.
was on Christmas Day.
Wow.
Sick, dude.
You were like, "What are you doing?" I was like, bored, and you're like, "Come over," and I was like, "All right."
Thanks, Jesus.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that one's for God, bro. Fuck yeah.
It's why it has that vibe.
Yeah. It's holy shit.
I don't know how to say that.
I'm so high.
I'm fucking stunned, dude. But dude, that song, "Mortal." I mean, there's something about that song that riff is fucking eerie. And Devin, that's about your grandmother that passed away, correct?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's about my grandmother who raised me. It's about I got the news that she had cancer. And then after her first chemo treatment, her body just didn't take it. So it was like anything goes. And I was contemplating, like, because I used to say for years, like, that was like the one death that was just gonna fuck me up. I already knew it. Mm-hmm. And I kind of looked at it as like, yo, am I just gonna like mourn forever and just eat shit every day until I get over it, or am I just gonna live for her and like do what she wanted me to do, and that is to have fun and follow my dreams. So I wrote that as like, in this state of, she's gone and she's not coming back. So it was like, now ball's in your court. Quit being a bitch. Just fucking go live your goddamn life.
yeah.
So yeah, that's what, mortal is related to death, and admonishment is like a warning. So that's like when I was told, like, hey, your grandma's about to exit, and
This is when death metal gets real.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional metal.
Yeah. When taking it real goes too far.
Yeah. No, you can't take it too far with that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, and if she is somewhere looking at me or whatever, I know damn well she's proud and stoked. And it's cool because, like, my mom hits me up and was just like, we don't talk that often, but, when she did hit me up, she was like, hey, found out this song's about grandma, and I listened to it, and now it's on my playlist, and I listen to it at work and all this, so it's fucking sick. And she works at a fucking funeral home, so
Oh wow.
so they're playing our song at a funeral home.
Wow. That's some heavy shit, dude. What does your family think about the band? It's always funny showing like family members like.
My parents think it's the coolest thing ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Every time I show my dad, he like literally starts crying with laughter. Like he just thinks it's so cool.
That's sick.
Also, like we, my fucking God bless my mother, dude. She's like the incubator. Like we do everything in my basement, well, her basement, where I live, in the studio. That's where my studio space is. I just have my bed in my studio space. And that's where it all happens. And she, like, because we all live about 2 hours away from each other, they'll all come over. She'll make beds for everybody. She'll cook them breakfast, cook dinner. Like, she's the most proud mom she could ever be, and it's fucking awesome.
Shout out Amber.
Yeah,
She is
yeah.
the best human ever. For real.
I love you, Mom.
Well, it sounds like you guys have a strong family foundation.
Yeah, I mean, we're all pretty tight with our family, I think.
It's good.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, it does like support like a lot of heavy bands. It's definitely like that for us. We fucking play in my parents' garage. Just kind of keep that like core factor in there.
What do your parents think about what you do?
Love it now.
Hell yeah. They
Yeah.
didn't, though?
It's not like they didn't love it. It was more like me home. Start going to college, start thinking about a
Yeah.
full-time job, about your life,
Really?
about a wife, and like the standard way of living, which is not how we're wired at all.
For sure.
But I think once they started seeing people come out to the shows at a young age, they kind of started to actually physically see
Yeah.
where
Like what was happening.
yeah. So we got very very lucky there. We had to physically show them.
Yeah.
And now I mean they've been supported. They've been an anchor.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Anchor. My parents and my lady, like if they weren't there, the band wouldn't exist anymore.
I feel it.
Because when shit gets tough, you have all you have is your foundation, a home,
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Totally.
like whoever your best friends are, or
Exactly.
your family. When shit gets rough, which it will, it's kind of,
It's in the pudding.
it is.
Yeah, I mean, like, my dad, he didn't understand it or why I was, like, gone so much, because, I mean, they never, like, really paid too much keen eye on anything. But then when, we confirmed that we were touring with Cannibal Corpse last year, my dad was just like, well, shit, I've heard of Cannibal Corpse, so that was kind of like me and my dad's real recognized real type moment. And when we played that hometown show like before Europe, I actually saw like tears in my dad's eyes, and I was like, dude, we can't have my friends thinking that you're a bitch. Like,
It's not how you
need
raise
to
me.
wipe that shit up, dude.
Suck it up, Dad.
Wow.
You're embarrassing me. Stop it.
It's full circle. Not
Not in front of my friends.
Wow. Didn't your dad get you into or try to get you to with more Morbid Angel, Sepultura?
Yeah.
Did he initially try and then you were too young to kind of get it?
Yeah. So like my dad was into your standard big 4, big 5 like death metal bands, and my dad liked a lot of hardcore punk and stuff too. And but once I became a teenager, that's when he started getting. I mean, he always hunted and fished, but he started listening to like butt country and like all kinds of shit, and
Started wearing buckle jeans.
packing a dip in his lip and fucking jacking up his truck. And yeah, so he thought that I was just gonna go on this path of like he wanted me to be an athlete. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, and I was just like, Dad, I'm too short and I'm not fast. So and then
Two things
You're so graceful, Devin.
yeah, and then he wants
Not
me
fast, graceful.
then he wants me to like learn a trade or whatever, and I'm just like, dude, I just want to rock. I don't want to do this. I can't hold a fucking job because it doesn't catch my attention at all. And then I don't like being fucking told what to do. So I want to be able to have like a free form thing where I could just like fuck around and sing songs about like eating dead bodies and fucking dead bodies and coming in a dead person's ass or something,
And
so
slurping your seed out.
that's right.
Oh my goodness. That's fucking heavy.
That's
Well,
what Felching Filth is about.
Yeah.
And then that's how. So the band originally started with you, Cody, and you, Devin, right? That was kind of like the first like initial kind of
Yeah, and our guitarist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Played a big
Cameron.
role for sure.
cool. How did you guys meet Ced?
I think me and Cedrik.
We
When was the
met-
first time we met?
We played. It was a birthday show for this guy named Scott who booked shows in Louisville. It was like a big fest. It was like Knock Loose headline before they had put out their first full length. So this is like 2016, 17 maybe. So
Yeah.
we met there, and it was sick. I was like watching him play drums. I was like, holy shit. Never heard anybody play like gospel chops like that.
Oh yeah.
And then his band goes to play and he's playing guitar, and I'm like, well, goddamn, bro. He's like the best drummer I've watched like all day. He's just fucking around backstage behind someone else's kit. And yeah, the rest is history after that.
Yeah, I mean, like we played shows so I was in a band called Grim State. He was in Ceramos, and we did a split together. And they like came to my mom's house and recorded. Like I recorded them, and that's kind of like when we, like went from like show homies to like now we're like, actually breathing the same air, kind of vibing hard,
Yeah.
And I think like literally like we were gonna do a band called Credulity, so like Cedrik just came to my house. He lives in Indianapolis, so it was like 2.5 hour drive. Stay with me for a few days. We wrote this little demo, and we never put it out. And then
It's like 3 songs.
yeah, and then like we kind of like I didn't see you for about a year after that, and then like out of nowhere we needed something to do, and we were just having like a random phone conversation, and I was like, I don't know, dude, like I don't know what I'm gonna do about like finding a bass player, and you're like, I mean, shit, man, I'll do it, and like,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
I didn't really like think how serious he was about it. I was just kind of like, like you live 2 hours away, like whatever. And then the motherfucker committed, moved to Columbus,
Oh, yeah.
and
Wow.
like it was like real as fuck all of a sudden. And
Yeah,
fucking
2 years
killed it.
later.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's committed. Like when you make that big move, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You guys are lifers. I had this conversation with Cody when I was extremely high. Like you guys, I mean, you guys are
Respect.
lifers, dude.
Trying.
Lifers.
Yeah.
And you just know that it's kind of like an unspoken thing. You don't really talk about it, but you just know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think like for a band of this caliber in general, like the people who are not lifers, they weed themselves out because otherwise the band doesn't work. You know,
Right,
so
true.
it's like it just the only way this works is if you're a lifer. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Exactly. And Drew, like you were playing, you got hooked up with these guys, but you initially didn't even want to be full time.
No, I didn't. They just so Devin hit me up one day out of the blue and was like, "Hey, we're doing this tour, and we need a bass player like fill in." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll do it." Because I've known Devin. I didn't really know Cody too much, but we had like briefly met each other just by
Sure.
like, playing shows like in Dayton or whatever. And yeah, I went to go jam with them and just like immediately became like brothers. Just like that was the first day I met was the first jam I did with them, and we were just vibing so hard, and I was like, "This is sick."
Were we playing Fortnite or Grand Theft Auto?
GTA and listening
Yeah.
to like new wave all night and getting high as fuck. Cody's mom came in the basement and she was like, came with like a pizza she made and was like, "I know you guys want this."
Sick.
She read our mind.
Yeah, but then like I did that tour. It was the Frozen Hole tour, and
Well,
it was
your
no.
first thing was Wrecking Ball.
Oh yeah,
and our little
Oh, yeah,
5-day
yeah,
run
yeah.
with 200
200
Sablins.
Sablins, that's right.
And the
that's
only
right.
reason we were asking you for part time is because we knew you were committed with like 3 other bands. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
3?
Yeah, I'm in
Yeah.
a band called like Mutilatred, like death metal band, and then like a couple little side projects from home that I just like dick around with and play shows with.
Outside.
But, yeah, outside in another band, Manka.
Make us sick as
Yep.
fuck.
Hung from the rising sun.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Me and Eli and Jimmy do that every now and then.
And it's cool. Drew literally said like the most coolest thing ever when I asked him to like be a part of it. And he was like, "Let me think about it." And then immediately was like, "Yeah, I'm down." So
Yeah, my boss, who's like touring, like ex-touring dude, dope ass dude. Shout out Mike. He was like, "If you don't say yes to this, you're fired." And I was like, "You got it."
thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Damn, that's sick.
But then like did a couple tours, became like straight up best friends.
I
you
think
know?
literally, so, when we did that 5-day run, I remember like we still understood that like it was mainly a part-time thing. And I think like when we were in Indianapolis, is like the second day, I was like, "So what do you think? Do you want to do this like for real?"
Yeah, and I was like, "Yeah, dude,
Right.
this is sick."
Drew's a big part of why this band is so cool.
Absolutely.
Oh, stop.
He brings like a psychotic like riff factor to the band, and a lot of like our more crazy intricate parts are
You're
like,
also the most
from
like
him.
one of the most down motherfuckers I've ever met, dude.
Yeah.
If I need you here, or if anybody needs you, you're so committed to that. And I think that's awesome.
And then
I
set,
got my boys more than anything in the world. You know?
Yeah.
you can wake
Got my
up
people's
set
back.
from a dead ass sleep and ask him to write a riff.
And it's gonna be the most hard shit
Yeah,
you've ever
Hardest
heard.
riff, dude.
Yo,
He'll
check
be
it
like,
out.
"Wait, what?"
Check it out.
And then you'd be like, play it again and be like, fuck, I forgot.
Yeah. Yo, so Face ripped off. This is actually a cool little full circle thing. So when Cedrik came to my house
Oh, the Credulity
to
project.
do Credulity, the Face ripped off. The first minute and a half is literally from a song that me and Cedrik wrote like 5 years ago.
No.
Yes, and what it was is like I just learned about mortician, and I heard that chainsaw dismemberment,
Wow.
And there's that time changer. It's like dun 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 dun, and I was like, dude, I want to do that because it's like, it's a slam and then a different slam, different tempo, no transition, and then right back to another one. You know what I mean? And that's how it came out, and that dun 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 dun. That's a Cedrik riff from fucking 5-6 years ago. And I remember when we were demoing it to repurpose it, he was playing it wrong.
I was gonna say, I wonder what like the first time he came back to it, he was probably like, ding, 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 ding.
I had a video, and that's the only reason why I could be like, no, this is how it is, this is what it is.
I'm like Kirk Hammett in the Some Kind of Monster.
Yeah.
Dude, my favorite quote from that movie. I watched that movie recently, and it's a fucking comedy movie through and through. It is phenomenal. He goes, "It's the notes in between that are fucking with my head," and it's so.
It's
funny.
like The Office on it, almost,
Yeah, it's like da 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 da. Here it is, bro.
Jamie, can you pull that up, please?
Thanks, Jay.
Oh yeah.
Look at his
wait,
face.
is
Look
this
at
it?
his face. Yeah.
Oh, he's pissed.
It's gotta be okay. I can-
It is for real The Office.
Yeah. Shout out to the
Can we
editor.
get volume, Jay?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Cody is so James, dude.
Fuck yeah, Kirk. You know what? Sometimes like those simple riffs will fuck with your head sometimes.
Oh,
though.
dude,
like
totally.
me and Mark will have like a riff and like it'll be like simple, but there's something that just fucks with your. You can't get it. You
Yeah,
can't get
yeah.
it.
Dude,
You know?
I've realized that I fuck up the riffs I write live more than his riffs. I'm
Yeah.
just like, yo, this is mine, but I'm gonna decide to fuck this one up the most every time.
You're just making it stinky.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to learn them, bro.
Oh, of course.
we talk about that after every set. We're like, did you fuck up today? We're like, fuck yeah,
Damn.
but not like bad. You're just like, oh shit, brutal. Stang face,
face.
yeah.
Yeah, we all do it, man.
Look how heavy that riff is.
There's some songs on that record that are fucking heavy.
For sure. For sure.
I think there's like Drop G records.
That's
Drop
me.
G.
That's me right there.
Yeah, I got that. The notes in between are fucking with me.
That's me.
That boy, Kirk.
It's funny as fuck.
But he's so dope. I love Kirk.
Fuck
Hammett.
yeah,
he's
dude.
the fucking man.
yeah.
It's just,
I
I just can't believe they.
times in my life.
I can't believe they did him dirty like that.
Dude,
and
they
he was
always
like,
do.
if that
It's
was
true.
me, I'd be like, take that shit out. What the fuck?
I swear they always do him dirty like
They
that.
do.
They're like, how can we embarrass him? And like,
It's not fair. It's
no,
not fair
it's
at all.
not. James and fucking Lars, like Lars selling paintings for $1 million,
Yeah.
getting wine drunk with his girl that's
This is
like
probably-
8 feet taller than
probably
him.
Lars.
I'm just like, pimp, what are you doing?
So
He's like,
good, man.
I'm in my art era. Like, all right.
Something that no one talks about with this band is that they're also the most transparent band of all time.
Totally.
They put it all out there. I'm like, dude, you know what? That's just the way you do it.
They still take risks.
They still do it.
They do.
Yeah.
I respect the hell out of it because this is that movie. Honestly, is so like
It's
intrusive on their lives.
It's
Like
very,
they're
it's,
like
it's very intrusive.
it's insane.
It's real, you know.
Yeah, it's so real.
The first 10 minutes, James is like, all right, well, I have to go to rehab for like 2 years. So
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later.
He's like, I can only hang out with you guys and write for like 2.5 minutes from this time to this time, and then I got to go to AA, which like respect, but
yeah.
Because there's parts where Lars is talking about like James potentially leaving, even around that time.
that those conversations are private.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
They're
they did have that shit
real.
all out there. They put their balls on the table in this movie.
It's pretty. I mean,
They had to say okay to the edit though. before
That's
they-
where I'm at. You know.
They were like, this makes sense, you know. At the end, we still
Also,
like we're gonna make money at your expense. It'll be fine.
James Hetfield is a fucking god, dude.
fuck yeah.
That dude is a rocker.
the fucking down picking legend, dude.
Yeah, and he's a sick ass drummer. He's like a hidden drummer too.
Hey Jay, can I have another a beer? I'm sorry.
Me too, please.
Another Tecate.
I want to dissect.
I'll take
this.
another one too. Why not?
I wasn't
Another round.
planning on having more, but it's 10:51 a.m.
yeah, it's the time, you know.
Last show.
You're with the boys. Let's have a great day today, bro.
Today's gonna be a great day.
Fuck yeah,
It's been a very magical 3 days.
dude. Honestly,
It's been-
it's been a
really-
magical whole month.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm upset.
I am too.
Yeah.
I have goosebumps thinking about some of the shows and like the energy at some of these shows, like unreal.
Yeah, it's been a huge come up for us on this tour. It's badass.
Pontiac, Michigan, Mesa, Arizona,
It's been
LA,
an amazing experience.
Berkeley.
Last night was sick.
Last night was so sick.
one
I
you
was
want
so
right now?
high on edibles last night. Dude, I didn't even know who I was while I was playing yesterday. I looked at Cody and I was like, I don't
It's
feel
Cody.
good.
And he was like, I'm having a panic attack. I was like, stop.
I was like, whoa, no, hold on.
Just don't.
Cheers,
Try
dudes.
not to do that.
Yes.
Cheers.
Last show,
Hell yeah.
last day. Good luck,
Wholesome boys.
wholesome boys.
Salud.
So if you have 2 beers, there's something about a chemical reaction with 2 beers that goes through your biceps.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't want to drink this, but just for muscle building properties, I have to do it.
Hell yeah.
And then-
Get jacked, bro.
I need to
Yeah.
start drinking. I need to start drinking more beer.
Yeah, and then when you have 4, it'll transfer over to your triceps.
Fuck yeah.
And if you
yeah.
have 5, it might actually turn on your fat burning hormones.
Maybe I'll have 8.
How many until it goes to your dick?
Yo, I can tell you, any. One half a sip, it's there.
Yeah.
Mine skips the dick and just goes to my balls.
Oh my
Big
goodness.
balls. 3 big balls.
Well, you did your lifers, and I was having during our high conversation, Cody, in Vegas.
Yeah.
Something you helped me process something. So thank you. How we're talking about playing music and having a career or doing what you love, and you guys are just lifers, and you guys and we're talking about how you want to die standing up, and we're talking about don't ever sit down.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
You can't. Yeah, you were saying that like even if you sit down for a little bit, that's going to impact. I mean, it's the foundation analogy. When you got like a brick wall. Well, if there's like something under one brick, the whole fucking thing is dipped up.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I agree with that though. It's all about it's the focus thing. What you focus on grows. And if you stop focusing on it, well, it's like watering a plant. It's philosophy and shit.
Motivational metal.
Yeah.
It's the grind.
Emo metal.
Motivational metal.
If you sit down, you're gonna like never like if
You
you're,
might
like-
take a shit.
You might take a shit, and you're never
Which is
gonna
cool.
you never like really want to be fully satisfied because you'll get stagnant. If you sit down and you're like okay with what you're doing, that's where you're gonna stop.
Well, also, if you sit down to go to somewhere else, and like sometimes you need that, but what we're really trying to say is like you don't want the band to sit down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just want to die on your feet, and you guys naturally already have that ingrained in your foundation and your music.
Yeah.
I hear it, and I feel it.
Hell
I
yeah.
remember listening to Mortal. I was like in my bunk alone. It was like, man, this shit's fucking.
That's
We
so cool,
should
man.
play it tonight.
It has. Oh yeah, we were saying last night. You guys, it's on the set list. Why?
We only have 30 minutes.
Yeah, and we had to cut it down to 25, really,
Oh,
just
no.
to be
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah.
you
Kind of
know?
wanted something to just fit the whole tour package.
Yeah, just quick, heavy, like
Yeah.
energetic.
Yeah, because that
It is.
song is kind of an epic. It's like 5 minutes long.
Yeah,
you
It is
know?
5 minutes long.
It's like
huh?
a roller coaster. It takes you like 3-4 different
Yeah.
phases.
Yeah.
And we felt like, at the live experience, especially for like the style of music that all the other bands are playing, it kind of needs to be like instant gratification,
True.
And not saying that song doesn't give me that, but yeah, it was just
The ending does. For
we
sure.
wanted to play it,
Yeah.
but it was just seemed, it didn't make the cut.
Yeah. Maybe on the next one. Right?
Oh, for sure.
yeah,
I mean,
facts.
headliner. I mean,
Yeah,
dude, we're about
headliner
to,
this summer. We'll probably play like
we could play it
45
tomorrow or the day after tomorrow because
Yeah.
we're going home.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys have shows on the way home, huh?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a few.
Sick.
New Mexico and OKC.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
Gallup,
C's
New
gonna be so
Mexico?
sick. Gallup,
Yeah.
yeah.
Peeling Flesh and who?
Fuck
Acoustic
yeah.
and OKC.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Sorry, not sure who's on the New Mexico show, but OKC is gonna be sick as fuck.
Shout out Peeling Flesh.
Yeah, that band rocks.
Shout out Peeling Flesh.
Flesh is great, dude.
Dope
Oh, yeah.
dudes too.
Shout
Yeah.
out Michael. Love
Yeah,
Michael.
dude.
Yeah.
Michael's
Yeah.
a dog.
There was
So is Jason.
They
He's
have-
cool as hell.
Oh yeah, they're all sick, dude. They have a shirt that doesn't say their band name on it.
It's the Waffle House shit.
It's it's like what is it? Gangster.
Slamming Gangster
Slamming-
Groove.
Boom.
Yeah.
Slamming Gangster Groove.
Michael's all
sounds
about
like-
that.
That sounds like some Waking the
Yes, sir.
Cadaver.
Really?
Like,
It's sweet, man.
If it's true, I said.
Michael's about that,
Badass.
man. He's like, like Slam is like, he says that. He's like, Slam is like rap. When he pulled it up, one of the first times we met him, he's got this dope ass, I don't know what kind of car it is.
I think
but
it
it's
was a Cutlass, but it had some nice ass rims, like
so sick. And
ass,
he's
like
got the
20,
Good ass
20.
system.
loudest subs ever. And I
Yeah.
got some beats and he let me play some of my beats in it. And it was like, dude, it's so bumping. It was so cool.
making the door shake.
He's
Yeah,
about
that was
it.
sweet.
Sick.
Michael's dad was like a car dude. He like built like lowriders and shit.
Yeah, Slamming Gangster Groove.
When they made the scales. Was that just a
Yes.
meme?
Well, he sent me that was sick. They were like gold plated like scales that you would like put,
To weigh your
For
drugs
things,
out.
huh?
to weigh your tobacco. And
yeah. To
and
weigh
it
your
ha-
meats.
and it had they had their logo on it.
But
and
it
I
was
just
gold
like,
plated though.
Yeah.
So sick.
and I was like, "Yo, you guys running that?" And they were like, "We're looking at it. We're talking to like some CNC dude." And I was like, y'all are.
If they don't do it
fucking
first,
crazy.
we are.
Yeah, we're gonna steal it.
Sorry, love you guys.
We have a big influence from hip hop too. You know, it's not as
For sure.
obvious, but like before Drew's in the band, we had like this Pen and Pixel style T-shirt, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it's pretty cool. You know,
No, Drew was in the band. I think he just couldn't be there for that day.
no, really?
No, yeah, this was like
It was right before.
it was like
No.
right after the 200 Stab Boots run.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was after that. It was like when
It was on a whim because we were hanging out and we accidentally came across some dudes who had like the dopest lowrider with suicide doors.
yeah.
And they were just like asking us what's up, and we were like, "Yo, can we pose in front of your car?" You know?
Nice. What are you guys doing?
Being dumb.
just trying to make as much
About to
background
get
noise.
literally being me and said, trying to be quiet.
That's so good. So good. You guys are still fucking rolling shit. Oh my
that
goodness,
okay?
dude.
We
Yeah,
just
Corey,
put it
don't
away.
stop, unfortunately.
No,
Well, it's
do
not
it.
Last
unfortunately.
paper, so
Do
that's
it.
all we can do.
Drew, I think it was you that said that just encompassed your music and like a thought process that that we have as well. You're like, yeah, we're like, you listen to Korn to Defeat of Sanity to hip hop, and that just like encompasses so much. You know, like what are some like non-metal artists that like inspire the band, or like you're saying like hip hop? Like,
Oh, I
what's
mean,
those
dude,
artists?
there's a
Like
fuck
Project
ton.
For real?
Motherfucking Pat.
Yeah.
3
Well, that's
6
hip hop. He's
Mafia.
asking what besides that. We
Like-
all fucking love like dream pop and like goth pop and shit like
Wait,
that
what-
too.
I grew
Pop?
up
Yeah, yeah.
like my mom is like a new wave like 80s girl, so she got me into like New Order and like
New Order.
Depeche Mode and
Catch One Sick.
the Smiths and like Blitz and just like random shit like that. But then
Yeah, we-
she got me into like Korn as well. But like,
Wow.
yeah. So like, fuck, we listened to like Cold Cave and like
We listen to like just as much metal as we listen to not metal. you
Good.
know?
yeah,
You have to.
yeah.
Cold Cave,
yeah.
Crystal Castle,
Yeah.
Soft Kill,
Yeah.
Fearing,
Yeah,
Fearing.
Nothing. Shout out Nothing.
Yo, shout out to the best band ever. Please make a comeback. Were
Oh my God, we're
Hot
the
Take.
best
Mode.
canceled band. Yes, Depeche Mode.
How do you spell that word?
Yeah, WHIRR.
WHIRR. Okay.
Yeah, they're sick. I think are they from California?
Yeah, they are.
They're like guitar player dude, like Nick Bassett. He was in like
Deaf Heaven.
Deaf Heaven, Nothing, and like like a bunch of random bands like that. What's the one like Flock of Seagulls band that they have?
You talk about Death of Lovers?
Yeah, dude, Death of Lovers is a good band too that you
Death of
would
Lovers
like.
is sick.
Death of Lovers. Got it good. So
My
what?
Bloody Valentine.
Yeah. I think like,
Slow Dive.
I think with like music like that, it's so inspiring to us because like we don't have any sort of like favorite style of music, but like
Yeah.
the way we express ourselves is more in like the aggressive and like
Emotional metal.
emo metal shit.
Yeah.
We're just vibe guys. you know?
Yeah.
If the vibe's right, we're fans.
Yeah.
Like, dude, me
Yeah.
and Devin love the Cranberries.
Fuck
We
yeah.
also
And,
listen
like,
to,
Hard,
Failure, Fugazi.
Failure,
you
Fugazi.
know.
Fugazi is one of my favorite bands of all
too,
time.
yeah.
9-Inch
Slint.
Nails.
Slint as
Oh,
fuck.
dude. Slint, Unwound.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
Thingy.
Oh,
Ross
yeah.
Bro. Pinback.
I listen to a lot
what's
of
someone,
Mike Patton.
Swirlies? Is that
Oh,
right?
also we've been listening to a lot of jazz too, like Yusuf
Yeah.
Kamal.
Yeah.
Yusuf Days, Kamal Williams. That's like some of my favorite shit of all time.
Cody puts on like some of the sickest shit when he's driving at like 2:30 to 5 a.m. I'll wake up and it's like the craziest like vibey jazz, but it's like also like
Dude, look at that
anxiety
haggard
inducing,
picture.
but
Of
so
course.
great.
Of course.
Yo, Vince.
Legend,
my
dude.
dog.
Yeah.
What, so
Tubba
like,
B.
So what like what non-metal stuff were you jamming like when you were like kind of in like the mindset and writing process of Homicidal?
I mean, there's definitely Blunt to My Lips, Project Pat.
Totally.
Project Pat.
We listen to a lot. I mean,
Corn's metal.
yeah, I mean, we also like really fuck with grindcore hard.
Yeah, of
but that's obviously metal adjacent. I mean, honestly, it's like we'll sit there and write for 9 hours in a row, and then we need a break,
Damn.
and then that's when the dream pop comes on, or
Yeah.
like the 9-Inch Nails, or fucking Chevelle. We love fucking.
Yo,
we
yo,
love butt
Man,
rock.
no one talks about Chevelle.
we fucking
dude.
love butt rock, dude.
Dude, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's been like the most
We've been
shit
jamming
we've been listening
Nickelback.
to.
We've been jamming it all.
3 Days Grace, Nickelback,
Yeah.
Seether,
Oh,
China,
System of a Down,
System of a Goddamn Down.
motherfucker. Stained. Stained, dude.
Yeah.
Dysfunction is our
Dysfunction,
shit.
dude.
Yo, Mud Shovel is one of the sickest songs probably ever. Yeah.
Very, very true, man.
If probably ever is a timeline, it's Mud Shovels on that. Yo, he sucks. He looks like ramen noodles.
But yo, all three of those dudes in that picture could
Yo,
fuck
is that Will Ramos from Lorna Shore?
Holy shit.
Before his hair.
Shout
was
out, Will.
pink.
Handsome man.
Dude, the Anal Cunt record where they copy the Motley Crue.
Yeah.
It's a fucking A or whatever. That's so funny.
Have you guys heard of Hemdale?
Yes.
Oh, of
yeah.
course.
Yes.
I was just curious.
Hemdale is a big fucking influence on us.
time.
My friend Isaac used to play in Hemdale. He's from
Really?
He lived in Dayton for a while, and like he really got me into like all the really underground gore grind shit, you know. And
Is Hemdale Ohio based?
Cleveland. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
Shout out Matt from Himdale.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Dude, Ohio's nuts. So
Yeah.
many bands from Ohio.
Integrity.
Integrity, Gutted, Embalmer, Hemdale, Ringworm.
LeBron
Decrepit.
James.
Yo, Mushroom Head.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I was always wondering
Lil Bow Wow.
what it was like to grow up or around the scene in like Columbus, Ohio, where you guys are based out of. You know.
Just battered and fuck, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. I mean,
It's
honestly,
even cooler now.
honestly,
I would say.
like
It really is.
Devin's the only one from Columbus, so like for me personally, I didn't get to see shit. You know, I've only been to like maybe 12 shows where I got to see bands I wanted to see, and it's like Iron Maiden, Dream
Really?
Theater. However, I did see Cypress Hill, Linkin Park, and Edema when I was 7.
That is so
And that was
beast.
Damn, that's
pretty
fucked up. I
fucking
never got
cool.
to see
Let's say we
Linkin
saw
Park.
Me neither,
Converge
bro.
recently.
We
Yeah,
did.
first time.
How was
for
that?
me. It was
Phenomenal.
so fucking cool.
Of course.
They're one of the best bands of all time.
Shout
Like,
out to
truly,
Kurt Ballou, who mixed
Yeah.
Homicidal Ecstasy.
He
by
did?
the way. Yeah.
Oh wow.
He was actually like, so I've been recording our stuff. Like I recorded and mixed and mastered Tortured Whole and Pornographic Seizures, and we wanted to record with Kurt, but his schedule didn't work out. But he actually penciled us in. He was really booked up, and I think he had a session that fell through, and he's like, hey, I got 5 days if you still want to do this album. And that's why I was on that tight deadline. You know, we actually had to cancel Necrofest just to like meet that deadline, you know, which we're making up for this year.
Yeah, we're playing Necrofest again this year.
Yeah, we're here to
Great.
fuck
Thank
Vitus
God.
up this year again, for sure.
Yeah.
Fucking love Vitus.
Yeah, the whole recording process, mixing and mastering like that was like, it was truly stressful. There was a lot
It was
going on.
a very
that
stressful
was-
time. We were like in between tours, and like we were like literally like that's another reason why we were like writing 3 days at a time, is because like we had a deadline to meet, we had to keep going, and luckily we got high enough to just shit out too many songs, so we actually have 3 B-sides that did not make the album.
Yeah. We like we did the Nile tour, and then we came home and wrote a couple songs, and then we did the Terror tour, and then wrote like 6 songs, and then finished the tour, recorded it, and then we were only off for like maybe a month.
I was writing my
maybe
drum
5
parts
weeks
in the studio. you
Yeah.
know?
5 weeks, and then we did 3 weeks with a headliner, and then we had 3 weeks off, 2 weeks off, and then did another 3 weeks. So it was just like endless. Like
Jeez.
go, 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 go. It was rough, but it was so worth it.
Yeah, we
'Cause,
made it
like,
work, and I think it reflected like, you know, in the album, you know.
I think it gave us like a really good sense of like proper work ethic too.
Is now or never.
Yeah.
And that's a hard
Did you
lesson
pass this
learn.
to me or
I think so.
what's up?
Oh.
Here.
Devin
Take
looks
this.
pissed.
No. I have RBF, dude. Like that's my face.
I do too.
I
So
always
told me
think my
that last
mom's
night.
mad. I always think my mom's mad, and she's just like, "Motherfucker, I'm just looking at you."
Dude, I'm
And
happy
like,
I'm
"All right."
laughing.
Yeah. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I'm glad the schedule worked out. Sometimes, like, it's rare, but sometimes having that kind of slightly chaotic life will add to the music. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I think we like that. I think we kind of thrive off of the spontaneousness of
That
like what we
impulsive
do.
shit we were talking about.
I
you
get
know?
anxious about like not planning, but I think like kind of just rolling with the flow and going with it makes like everything like a little bit more enjoyable to an extent, because you're not like fixating on planning. You're just kind of like going.
You gotta play that video, Drew.
Which
Yes.
video?
Yes.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, my neck hurt for like a week after that. I could never do that again.
Yeah.
What song
Cody,
is
is that the
that?
last paper?
What is?
We should have just told people the song was dead as shit.
Hey, this is our last. This is
And
our
then we
last
wouldn't
time
have-
to chance to smoke weed with Garza on the
Hey.
Garza podcast. So
Garza, you're the
What?
dopest, dude.
No, you guys are the
Chuck,
dopest.
Chuck.
Hell yeah.
We're such a good influence. Hell yeah, dude.
All right, so what are
What
we
is
doing
going on
tonight to Boo? It's the last day. What are we doing to them tonight?
I think we're gonna put that fake turd in their.
All right,
their
We're gonna
pillowcase.
shit on their balls.
You guys
Yeah.
have beef or what?
No.
No, they
I
just
know it's funny.
they so like they had a Facebook status where they were making fun of our name, and that's fine. That's a part of our gimmick.
Yep.
But they made a comment that was like, "Hey, now you owe us like a merch cut for all this propaganda, like all this."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Propaganda.
Yeah.
We made the propaganda.
So we were like, "Oh, you want to make it about money? Well, now we gotta fight back." And this is literally that first video with Drew was literally like 2 hours before we left for this tour.
Yeah.
And because we thought that was so funny, I took that sample and put it into our set. And where that drum fill comes in, we go into our song.
Hold up. Y'all were against it, and I begged you guys.
Dude,
I was not.
You know,
I was not
I
against
was
it.
against
it.
it.
Was me and you.
You know,
You
We
two
were
were
like,
about
let's
it.
go. Let's
And it
go.
was me because I was sitting I was like, damn, what if we sampled it? And you two were like, yo. And I was like, yo, I'm like kind of kidding, but I love it now. It's my favorite part of the set because I get a little like emotional and shit. And then like we're vibing to Hungry for Your Insides, which is the most dummy song we have. So it works perfectly.
Yeah.
That's great.
I love it.
Yeah, shout out to Born of Osiris, man.
Oh, yeah,
Legends,
yeah.
man.
They're honestly dope dudes.
When
There's
I was-
absolutely no
some
beef.
life
When I was
ever.
14, I got into like harsh vocals, like deathcore, whatever, because
Screamo.
I was really into weird math rock and like anything technical. But I was kind of a bitch about like the harsh vocals, as I called it back then, you know. And like they were one of the first bands where I was like, this is like the music's so complex that I'm willing to like get past the vocals. And then I ended up like falling in love with that, and it was like Vela Maya, Born of Osiris, After the Burial, Meshuggah, and like that just between the buried and me, and that just kind of like projected me into this heavy, you know. And now I'm on the pursuit to just be the heaviest motherfucker of all time.
Fuck
you know?
That's the great plan.
Yeah, like my side project Peaches Stew is like just me trying to be, you know, nothing can be heavier than this, you know, or at least that's the goal. You know?
That's sick.
You literally
dude.
tune to D standard.
Yeah, I got 4 strings on my guitar. I
Dude,
had
it's so
I
sick.
had to move them into the middle half because if you have 2 big strings, they fall off the fretboard. Okay, and I tuned as low as I can go where I can still get it in tune. It's not a 7-string. It's not extended scale. Yeah, D standard, 1 octave down. So if you have a bass guitar and you tune it down, D standard.
It's gnarly.
It's D for dumb.
Dude, all these like double tunings are fucking freaking me out.
What are you so scared of?
What do you mean double?
Like it's not like you were saying like well, it's just D tuning, but it's not like D. It's a the octave lower. So they call that double D or double A. Et
Oh,
cetera.
okay.
And I've been hearing that the past 6 months. I'm like, double what?
Yeah, I've never heard
Double
of
what?
that.
Double
Yeah, that's-
D's,
that's
bro.
what-
Double D boobs.
Oh, come on.
For
We know what we like.
Yeah.
Shout out Boobs for being badass and dope.
Yeah. This podcast is brought to you by Boobs.
Oh my goodness.
If only.
Well, obviously, like you guys and the band, you guys have talked, you know, already enough about your band name. But what I was curious about it is, was there like a conversation about the band name first, or was there like a intention? Hey, we want something to kind of like get people talking and or get people's attention.
It's hard for us to comment on that because straight up, we didn't come up with the name. Cameron, our old guitar player, came with the name. And the way he explained it to us was like he was in a black metal band. His stage name was Sanguisuga, and his last name's Boggs, but he didn't want to be the Sanguisugaboggs. So he took the S out, and he presented it to me first as a side project. We played in like a punk band once called Humility. He thought I was a cool drummer. I was not really into death metal. I had no idea about like Maggot Stomp or Caveman death metal or anything. But I heard Succulent Decedent. I thought that was a cool fucking riff, and I wanted a reason to play drums because I'm a drummer second, guitar player first. And it was just supposed to be a side project. And, you know, it just accidentally became the thing. So, like, we did not really play a factor into the name, you know? However, the gimmick of, like, the most illegible logo and the most unpronounceable name has worked to our favor, and I wouldn't change it, you know?
It's so rare that it's like it's worked in like the favor
It's like a meme.
It
Yeah,
truly
weird.
is. Like you look at it and you're like, what? You have to question it almost.
so-
you know what I
You
mean?
have to. Even like the shape of the logo.
Yeah.
Just like the shape of it. I don't know. There's something like intriguing
It's not
about
symmetrical, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of hangs like.
It's like a back shot or like a shaved pile of shaved pubes.
And Cameron had a good play in that too, you know.
Yeah.
So
it. It's great.
Yeah, Cameron and Bridget.
And for me, it means something. The first time I even heard the term
Hit the heart rate.
Maggot Stomp was like this month.
really,
I never
no
heard that term
shit.
before. Never heard the term before.
well, here, I mean,
It's a label based out of Cali.
Okay.
Scott
Yeah.
Yeah,
McGrath.
Scott's
put-
actually going to be at tonight's show.
Sick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're like the label that put out our first EP and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. Maggot Stomp. What it's like? It's
Yeah,
just like
I mean-
a Slipknot type.
They put out
Yeah,
they put
a
out like
Slipknot
Vomit
beef.
Forth and Frozen Soul and 200 Stab Wound,
Mortal
That's what-
Wound.
okay.
Mortal Wound, and
Yeah.
So they were like
Inoculation.
They were popping, and like me personally, I had no idea. So like Cameron was like, "Hey, I already have this guy that is interested in it." And I'm like, "Cool." So we mixed and mastered it in one day, and sent it over, and he put it out a month later, and overnight it became the biggest band that we have ever been in.
Why do you think that was?
I mean, just because of Maggot Stomps and what they were doing, you know, straight up.
I honestly
Interesting.
think,
I think
from an outsider perspective, before I was even in the band, the absurdity of it.
Okay.
I think that's
Yeah, it
what
is
made
hard.
it pop.
It is hard for
Same.
me to
The
understand
album
that.
cover is ridiculously funny but sick.
Where the wild things are.
Yeah, exactly. The logo, you know, it's already doing its thing, and it's just fucking awesome.
It's so
Straight up.
sick, yeah. Like when that first came out, because like my other band, Mutilatred, and Devin, super good friends. So like we heard it immediately. You know what I mean? We were like, "Oh, this is gonna be fucking dude. Everyone's gonna love it." You know what I mean? It just like immediately, like said the absurdity.
That's
And,
really
like-
cool to hear from you guys, because for me and Devin, it was like a fucking fart in the wind.
So, yeah. I mean, that was the thing. Like, it all came together in, like, basically a day.
Yeah.
The EP.
Like I said, the spontaneousness of
Yeah.
this band in general
the
is
ADHD.
has worked
Like-
in all of its favors.
I tracked my vocals and wrote all that stuff in the studio. That was also
Yeah, no,
that was
for
also
real.
like my first time ever hanging out with Cody. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Is
Whoa.
when I recorded the EP.
What
No
was
shit.
that?
That's
It
kinda
was
bizarre.
all basically off the top of the dome.
What's that?
so
What's that
crazy.
Cheeks line? Her.
Bathing in her cheeks.
Yeah, like I remember. we were
we were trying to do the phrasing, and you were like,
I offered the
"Bathe in
cheeks
her
thing.
cheeks?"
Yeah, and we thought it was so funny that like it just it worked. You know.
Wow. There is something about that first off the top of your head spontaneous idea that tends to be the one that sticks.
I agree.
You know,
I
yeah.
agree.
Go
Weird.
with your gut, man.
Dyskinesia did the same thing. That was all in one night.
Yeah, that was like before Drew was in the band. Cameron was still in the band, and Tortured Whole was supposed to come out in like 3 days.
Yeah.
and
It's when
we-
Cameron was about to quit.
Yeah, we didn't see him a lot, and at the time, and we were just like bored. We're like, fuck this, we're gonna make something cool, you know. And we wanted to make some like OG slam deathcore inspired brutal death, and we wrote and recorded and got it on New Standard Elite and mixed and mastered and finished it in like 48 hours.
Not even that. It was like one night.
I think it was 24, and then
We did all the songs in one day, and we sent like a rough demo over to what's his name from New Standard?
Dan Osborne.
Dan, and he was like, "Let's go," but he was
Yeah.
like, "We had to change the name because what was the name?"
It was the original
Indecent
name.
prostatectomy.
Yeah, indecent prostatectomy, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like botched butthole surgery.
Oh,
So-
that's
And
terrible.
the album title, I was going through kidney stones.
Yeah.
So the album
no.
title is Micturating Deposits of Grit through the Urinary Tract.
So it's about a kidney stone.
Yeah.
I hear that's the worst thing ever.
I
worst pain.
apparently
He
have a
loved it.
big pee hole, so I did not experience any pain. But I did piss blood for 3 weeks.
Yo, fun
was
fact:
3 weeks?
Cody has 2 holes in his dick.
Yeah.
Were you scared?
I mean, a little bit.
I'm gonna edit that one out. Anyway, come on, keep going.
I was concerned a little
Let's
bit.
edit out.
Yeah.
What do you say? Cody.
No, it's what you said.
That's what you say, you idiot.
2 pee holes. 2 holes in his dick.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna do it again.
Can I not say that?
It's a joke.
It is.
It's
okay.
totally
Oh, it's
a
a
joke?
joke? Okay,
Yeah,
it's a
it's
joke.
literally a joke.
Okay,
It's
then
funny as fuck.
Okay, then I'm gonna keep it in.
But,
Dude, weren't you scared when you're bleeding out of your private part? Are you? I would be terrified.
I was like metal. No, I'm just kidding. The first time it happened, I was on acid, and I was
Even crazier.
I was pissing, and I was like, "Am I seeing shit?" Because I'm on acid. And then the next day, it just kept happening, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm peeing brisk tea right now." Oof. And then it became actual blood, and I just had to like, if I drank water, it was clear, but if I didn't drink any water within like 3 hours, it was pure blood. You know,
Jeez,
not like
dude.
pure blood, but you know, red water.
Well, Cody, I'm glad you're here alive and still.
Thanks, dude. I got to keep
healthy.
my kidney stone, and it looks like cock and balls. It literally looks like it's a crystal that has this shape.
Damn.
You still have it?
Oh yeah,
Damn.
You wanna see
Well,
it?
Yeah.
Dude,
When we
we
get
should
home.
smoke it.
Put it on a
snort it.
necklace.
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh, we've definitely talked about putting it in dab rig.
Yeah,
Oh no.
It would
Dude.
probably work.
I feel like that would like fuck your lungs up.
I think the
little
whole
bit.
the whole world would go.
Dude,
Yeah.
what if we get addicted to kidney stones?
Dude, yeah, what if it was like the
No.
sickest trip ever?
And you guys wrote like the most massive metal record of all time.
Dude, yeah.
Dabbing his fucking kidney stone.
Well, it was cool though. Like we wrote that, put it out, and we put it out the day before Tortured Whole, which was probably stupid, but we just were like so excited. We were like, this sounds so cool. This
It was so sick. Our old guitar player was so mad at us for doing that.
Yeah, he wanted to. He said he wanted to do something like that with us, but then again, we weren't seeing him a lot at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck
Mullins.
him.
Oh my goodness. Was there? Did you guys? Was it a conscious idea or decision? Like, okay, we're not gonna have a bass player officially. We're gonna have like both guitar players are gonna split the signal and
This
have like.
is my perspective of the story.
Okay.
So on our first tour ever, with the original lineup, our bass player got so sick that he took a bus home from New York City because he was really concerned and wanted to go see his doctor. So he left, and Pat from Mutilatred actually borrowed or allowed Cameron to borrow a pitch shifter pedal. And like that, the idea of that I got from like watching gore grind bands where it's like a 2-piece guitar player plays guitar, does vocals, has 2 rigs, one with a pitch shifter, and then it's just, you know, and it was like a DIY version of not having enough cool friends, I guess, to play the music you want to play. So anyways, we did that one show, and that's our first video with St. Vitus. It's on YouTube. And me and Cameron thought it sounded so cool. We were like, dude, what if we like did that and we still had a bass player. So the idea was like, let's do that and then have like a 212 on the bottom that has the pitch shifter. And we were just kind of nerding out thinking like, oh, that's kind of weird. That would be cool. We ended up not doing that. And then when Drew got in the band, he's such a good fucking guitar player and he has such cool. Dude, I don't know. You fucking rule. Anyways, I love you. But anyways,
It's beautiful.
we, respected his guitar playing so much that we wanted him to play guitar. And, same with Cedrik. He's like, when Cedrik got in the band, he played bass first. And then when Cameron left the band, he ended up being the guitar player. And he's a much better guitar player. He fucking kills it.
Crushes guitar, bro.
So we were like, well, do we really want to invite like another person into this chaotic post-COVID, we have to do this now situation? And we were kind of like, well, we don't really have anybody in mind. That's probably not going to work out. So I thought about that Vitus show, which was pre-COVID. So it was like a 3-year-old idea. And I was like, dude, what if we just both... what if you guys both did it, And then I was thinking back to like Converge has this one song, it's Hell to Pay or something, maybe. Is that the right?
Is it the dun?
No, it's like kind of starts out like Sober by Tool, and it's just bass.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yep.
That's the only song I know that has stereo bass, 2 bass tracks. Because I'm a big Kurt Ballou nerd. But anyways, I thought that sounded so cool. So I was like, not only is it cool that you both are playing bass, but we'll have it hard panned, and almost nobody does that. And that's another reason why I wanted to go to Kurt to kind of get the best result that we could get with that, So yeah, it was kind of like, we were like, should we do it? I don't know. Should we do it? Fuck it, we're doing it.
I remember me and you were in San Diego on a day off, tripping on acid and needed weed. So we went to a dispensary, and you were like, "Yo, we're just gonna fucking do it on the Nile tour." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Because I learned the songs on guitar just by listening to
you
the
didn't have
demo.
a bass, right?
Yeah, I didn't have a bass, so I just learned them on guitar anyways. So I was like, let's just jam. Fuck it. And yeah,
And we would not change it, like I think one reason why it works is because we tune so low. If we tuned higher, it'd probably come out like Jack White or some kind
We'd
of
sound like CKY.
yeah, like
Yeah,
the
CKY,
CK,
exactly.
or 68 band or whatever,
So
which is badass.
yeah. So I think that's one reason why most people don't notice. They just notice that there's not like a dude holding a bass on stage, But everybody, like all of our peers who play in bands, play guitar and stuff, they're like, dude, that's like one of the heaviest things I've ever heard, And we're like, well, then we're gonna keep doing it. Fuck
Yeah, everyone is like so like I don't know. I guess it's
Supportive.
like jarring for people to see because like Cody said, there's no bass player standing on stage, and also supportive and curious about how we do it too.
Yeah.
Yo,
which
like-
is kind of funny and also badass. I love it.
Like FR is kind of innovative. Like nobody's really doing that.
Yeah.
FR.
It's really unique. It's cool.
Yeah.
We're every little thing you can do to add personality to your band, I think you should do it.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge, man.
I mean, like it's similar to like how I don't have a kick drum. Like I
Oh, yeah.
did,
You don't have a
I did
kick
that.
drum.
I did that for a practicality thing. We were playing other people's drum sets, and I didn't understand triggering yet. So like I didn't know how to set the threshold. I needed something consistent, and it was kind of like, well, that's gonna look really stupid. Well, who fucking cares? Like it's the truth. Like this is what we're doing. Like and now I get compliments on it all the time. It's
That's
like
crazy.
It's probably the one thing that I get talked or asked about the most.
That
and it's
your
just
pink
silly.
snare,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the snare, dude. That legendary snare.
sir.
I'm trying to get the guys on the fucking Life is Peachy piccolo snare.
Bro, dude, that is the
bring it
best
back.
snare.
Fuck yeah.
I want that mid '90s piccolo sound back. You guys gonna have it. That really nice high pitched snare.
It's intentional,
works.
like
It works.
we're all like big Brutal Death fans, and like for me, my friend Isaac that I told you about earlier who played in Himdale, he's in a band called Sulfuric Cautery. They like when I started going to those shows, like they only mic the snare. They don't mic the kick drum. That's usually you'd see people micing the kick drum for a basement
true.
show.
Yeah.
They would mic the snare, and like it was just like, dude, watching those kind of shows, like I just like laugh. I'm just like I'm so excited. I'm just like,
Yeah.
So like it was a very influential thing, and also we all really love like Waking the Cadaver and like anything that is like really extreme. That's what we're trying to kind of bring to the forefront because I feel like there's kind of a deficit of that.
Cock
There's
and ball
not a whole lot of
torture.
that.
Day everything became nothing.
Yeah.
Just
Like shit
Pulmonary
that when you
fibrosis.
listen to, it just like makes you laugh.
Pulmonary fibrosis.
Ecchymosis too.
Yeah.
Yep. Raw head incinerated.
Yeah. Ton. Fucking Ohio band again. Ton is phenomenal. Dan Gates. Shout out Dan Gates.
Sick. Yeah, for some reason, like hearing your band, like you don't miss the bass. It just works. It's like your own sound. Stereo
Well,
bass is a pretty.
It's a lot.
Unique.
There's a lot of bass too.
We're playing two bass. Like we
Yeah.
essentially have two bass players because we're
Yeah.
both doing the pitch shifted things, but
Yeah.
the split guitar signal into two bass amps on stage. So we're like times two bass players with two guitar players.
I also
Yeah.
turned my low end all the way up on both of my amps too, so it's just like
Of course you do.
Yeah, so it's there. It's there. It just doesn't, it doesn't sound like a conventional bass. So
We have more
yeah.
low end than anybody that I've heard.
Yeah,
but
true. Yeah.
but without a bass player.
yeah.
Pretty
Crazy.
I mean, that's another reason why when I mixed with Kurt Ballou, I asked him who we would recommend to master it because I wanted the most low end we could possibly get. Because like one album that we were really referencing was
Defeated Sanity.
Defeated Sanity, the song Into the Soil. What's that album called?
Disposal of the Dead.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Disposal
yeah.
of the Dead.
And
It's like
that-
two EPs.
It has so much low end, so I sent him that record, and I was like, "Hey, this is what we're going for," and he recommended Alan Duchess.
Duchesne.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's Alan
Yeah.
Duchesne.
Yeah.
He has done everything.
Yeah.
It's like over 3,000 records.
Yeah.
in the
and
catalog.
also
Yeah.
he mastered my favorite Converge album. So like the fact that Kurt recommended it, I was like already sold,
Great.
and it turned out fucking amazing. And it also happened in 5 days. Like when I mix, it takes me a little bit longer than that. You know what I mean?
That's
When I'm taking it seriously, and it was like exactly what we wanted, like that. You know,
Damn. Since you're talking about your records, didn't someone steal your record and try to upload it?
They did. They tried to put it on Bandcamp,
Yeah.
right?
What?
Yeah.
oh fuck,
Yeah,
I
they
forgot
tried to
about
put it
that.
on Bandcamp like the day before we dropped it. So like the
Oh my
February
goodness.
2nd.
Yeah. I
And
forgot
we were
about
like,
that.
what the fuck? And there was like a name your own price or buy it for $10 or some shit on it too.
Try to sell it.
Yeah, but luckily it got like
We put them on
down.
blast on the internet, and honestly, our fans helped us out by
Fuck yeah.
reporting it a fuck ton. You know,
Good. Yeah, that's kind of a thing that's going on right now. Like people are trying to steal records and basically
crazy.
It's crazy. I've had someone. We did a record with Taylor, and someone was emailing the camp, him and like the Alan, and saying pretending to be our manager,
no way.
and then the other one pretending to be me. Say, hey, this is manager or this Garza. Hey,
EJ.
I lost a record. Can you send me a link? And what's scary about that shit is,
Wow.
it's for you to know who's mastering the record. You are a part of a small circle.
Yo, totally. You're like hearing people talk about what they're doing, and you're like, oh fuck, I'm gonna try and get some sort of gain
Yeah.
or attention out of this.
Crazy.
Who's the
dude.
That's
narc?
so weird. Like
Some snake shit.
that's abusing like the sacred part of what you do. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck?
I wonder if leaking records like that is going to come back. It's kind of weird, but it is. When I found out about that, I hear that is an issue with quite a few bands. People trying to email, like whoever's working on your record, mixing, mastering, or they're just trying to they contact them.
If it happens, fucking Lars Ulrich's gonna be the head of it.
Hopefully.
He's gonna take down Napster again, bro.
Hey, he was right though. Shit, man.
No shit.
He was fucking right.
He was
He
for
was,
sure.
he
That whole
was.
situation was fucked up.
Yeah. Say what you want about him. He made sure everyone got paid.
Oh yeah.
I see Limewire on here, and
That's
I'm gonna
fun.
say a funny story about that. When I was a kid, my mom showed me Limewire. Shout out, mom.
Damn, she said fuck the computer.
Yeah, but so I downloaded Killswitch Engage, Rose of Sharon live at Warped Tour, and it was fucking porn. And my mom was pissed.
But you were stoked.
I was so hyped, but I was like, "Yo, where's the riffs? Like, I don't hear riffs. All I hear is
Man. Yeah, you had to kind of watch what you were downloading. Especially back then, you have a PC, you're guaranteed a virus. Guaranteed.
Oh, for sure. I gave our computers so many viruses.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Yeah,
It's
my
on its
mom,
eighth
my mom
vaccine.
hated me in middle of high school.
I feel like we were all on some stupid shit.
Imagine like raising us as kids. That must have been a task.
Yeah.
It was.
Shout out moms and dads for putting up with our bullshit.
For real.
Shout out to moms and dads and grandmas, grandpas, or
Yeah.
take
Grandmas and
caretakers.
grandpas.
The care. I mean, man, to deal with like that's someone that's going to eventually be a artist of some form. It's gotta. Yeah, you're dealing with a kind of a loose cannon.
We're all really lucky to have like supportive family too. Like going back to that, bringing that back to the
Great.
circle. But yeah, it's like I don't think there's any shortness of support and respect from the people that we would like to have it from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we were all little fuckers, though.
Totally the worst
yeah.
fuckers. I was so
yeah.
horrible. Getting like seriously, I was breaking windows at like abandoned buildings as a kid, getting like handcuffed and brought home.
Yes.
Like stupid little shit. I'm not like that anymore. I'm still a little asshole, but
Of course.
Picture of Lars in court. So sick.
we'll get Mike Portnoy right there.
Oh yeah.
I almost said Mark Pitenoy.
Lars, you were right, man. Shout out to Lars.
He's
Doing it.
sick.
Always being the leader.
He's sick.
And he is sick, bro.
Look at him.
Some of the double bass shit that he pulls off on that
Or like tries
Hardwired album is actually kind of tight.
Yo, Fran,
Yeah.
I've listened to every Metallica record, so
You got it.
yeah.
Well, the Bog, I know we gotta get back to the venue, but I just want to say that I appreciate the fuck out of your band. It's really refreshing to hear a heavy band come up that makes you just feel something. And we were talking about earlier, how you guys you make people feel, and it's really difficult to do that when you play heavy shit. And we love you guys, and thank you again for making the drive.
Hell yeah.
Dude, of
we love you.
course.
Thanks
We
for taking
straight
us
up
out.
love
man.
you,
Yeah,
bro.
that's been sick.
I mean, this day one, we were partying on the bus with you guys. Like, you guys fucking were crowd surfing me on the little bus. Like we were like, damn, you guys are cool as fuck. Like that, we've toured with other bands who are not nearly as cool. You guys are. This is one of my favorite tours I've ever done.
Wow.
This is
Same.
my
Happy
to know
favorite
you,
tour.
bro.
This is
Thanks.
straight up my favorite
Yeah,
tour
This
as
is my
well.
favorite
Like
tour.
you guys
By
are
far.
like every band on this tour is so
Everyone's
welcoming and sick and friendly, and like your
Yeah.
band is so fucking badass. And,
Appreciate
like,
that.
Influential
lucky.
as shit for me as a kid. So like the
For all
first,
of- I mean, for all of us,
for all of us, man. Like the first,
Crazy,
the
yeah.
full circle
Oh, yeah.
aspect of everything that's going on right now is like, I just can't help
It's
but
bad.
smile. That's all I can do.
It's better than fuck.
It's better than
Better
fuck,
than fuck.
dude.
It's better than fuck, man.
Yeah, it's like we're all experiencing like the full circle, and now we're actually in the circle. And it's always been,
Dude, yeah,
it's
that's a
always
good way
been
to
like
put
that.
it.
Yeah, like still not used to it yet. Sometimes when you're in the circle, you're like, wow,
It's a good point.
it's weird.
You're like, why am I here?
Yeah.
But then there's got to be a reason, you know? You don't got to question it, just hang out, you know?
I mean, I think it's because we all projected it. You know?
Totally.
Yeah,
This is
true.
what you want. This is what you're
Circle
surrounding
pit
yourself
zombie
with.
style.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, even like this moment right now, I'm like, it's like weird that it's me doing this. It's so weird. It's like what? It's like why am I in a circle right now?
It's fucking sweet.
You never do get used to it, you know.
It's sweet, dude. I've seen, like, watching
my
your
goodness.
podcast and, like, Glenn Benton on here and, like, dude, like, some of the other guests you have on here, I'm like, that's so sick. You just get to, like, hang out, do your thing, interview people that you, like, enjoy. Sick.
Dude, it's a crazy life. You know what? It just hit me this morning, and then we'll close it off. I know there's like an interview with Ross Robinson I found where he's like, dude, I get to be in this band for like a month.
That's sick.
I'm in this band, and you know what hit me today? Like why I do it? Like, dude, I'm gonna be in the bog for like an hour and a half. I'm like in the band. And like, you can't really do that anywhere else. Like I'm in the band. I'm gonna have their voices and their whole life experiences literally going straight into my fucking brain.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
Dummy bass
the
players and
podcast is a
guitarists.
unique art of communication. It's really cool.
It is.
You know,
It is, man.
because like without this, like we've all talked to you a lot on this tour, but like us all five engaging in one conversation with the ADHD does not work. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So this is an opportunity to get down. It's awesome.
Yeah, this
Fucking
rules.
badass.
This
It's
was
cool.
fucking awesome.
It was, dude, it was a pleasure. I'm honored to be a part of the bog for an hour and 20 minutes. Pretty sick. So
Oh, it's 11:34.
Yeah, crazy overtime.
yeah, well, where can people find you guys?
We have a website. We have a
Website.
big cartel that
Yeah.
we sell our leftovers on. We obviously have Instagram, Facebook. We have a TikTok, Twitter.
Gotta have a TikTok.
There's a link tree to all that shit in our Instagram, and our
Yeah.
Instagram's just our band name, Sanguisugabogg. So
Great.
if you can't find it, figure some shit out. 'cause
Yeah, you got Google.
And we will literally be playing everywhere
Yeah.
in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
I see that you guys aren't stopping.
We are not sitting down.
No,
Do
you
not
can't
sit
sit
down.
down, man.
You can't. Die standing. That's
Hell
it.
yeah.
All right, everyone. That's it. Thank you. Later.
See you.